It can't get glitchy when you're on they shit. You cannot get glitchy when you go through they shit. All right. Back to what I was talking about. Who the hell? Anywho. No. It is shit like this on a day-to-day basis that pisses us all off. The petulant nature of people is allowed to run free. What up, Brooklyn? Is allowed to run free while the rest of us have to sit up and suffer and say nothing. I'm getting kind of tired of that though. I'm dead ass. Because it's unfair. You see, I don't care if you say it, but I get a chance to say something back. If you go without limits, so do I. If you go without rules, so do I. If you go there, I go further. That's how I look at it. It's called escalation of force in the police academies and in the army. A escalation of force. Unfortunately, a lot of cops don't know how to use it, but it's really quite simple. If they got hands and feet, you got pepper spray. If they got a knife, you have a baton. If they have a gun, so do you. Escalation of force. In the conversations America's trying to have, they want one of us to not escalate the way they do. Laura Loomer says some disrespectful racist shit towards Jasmine Crockett, but I bet my response better not be misogynistic. Why? Why? She calls her a ghetto hood rat bitch. I can't say your cheeks are filled with Botox and Trump sperm because I'm misogynistic. Vampirist, I love you. I apologize for the way the show's been acting up, but you know we love you around here. If you need anything, please call us or get a hold of us, okay? It's my biggest disgust with that. The rules are set in opposition when your ass is not a, what is it, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant Christian or whatever the shit. If you ain't WASP, you got to play by these shackles. Why? Why? Part of the biggest problem I have with the Democratic Party is they will not play dirty. They won't. The old guard knows that going dirty dirties up everybody, but they're unwilling to do anything about it. They are throwing dirt at you. They are throwing shit at you. They are throwing things at you. And yet you have to just stand there. I have found my better angels and I'm trying to reach across the party aisle. If I reach across, I'm knocking your bitch ass out. If I reach my hand out, it's to smack the shit out of you. Charlie Kirk was a hate monger. But now that he's dead, all of a sudden, he's Saint Charlie. Was he Saint Charlie to trans people? Was he Saint Charlie to black women? Was he Saint Charlie to black men? but he's St. Charlie now. We firing late show hosts for talking shit about old orange Oompa Loompa Cheeto man. And he's the one that said that. These people should be fined for talking bad about their president. Man, you. In your eyebrows with a stiff jank covered in FU sauce. Are you out of your goddamn mind? That man is a government official. Morning, Gigi. He ain't God. He ain't even the fruit of the loom, dude. But you want to stand up and tell us how we're supposed to act? Shit pisses me off, man. And I think that's part of why I am as the way I am. I don't expect to get invited to The View. Even after I write my book, I don't expect to get invited to The View. I don't come on here and lie to y'all and tell y'all a whole bunch of shit that ain't true just to get money out of your pocket. I don't have an agenda. There's nothing I need to make up. Everything I have told y'all on this microphone and everything I've said since day goddamn one, you can look, check, and verify. Why the hell do I need your money? Do I make a lot of money? No. TikTok barely pays me and I don't really give a shit. I make decent money on my YouTube channel. But I now understand the YouTube channel has to be expanded. It's got to be more user-friendly. We got to have more shorts and shit like that to get more views. The radio station makes money. I don't. Yes, I am, Wolfie. I am. I promised y'all a book 2 years ago, and I am going to write a book. So I'm not big enough or special enough to be invited on the MSNBC, get a consulting fee and shit like that. All I got is the truth, nothing more. Isn't that what Morpheus said? All I'm offering you the truth. All I am offering you is the truth, nothing more. And sadly, some of y'all need to understand that y'all are being shackled. Shackled right now. Right now. Right now. Right now, you are being shackled. They are literally telling you, take the disrespect, just don't give none back. Again, I have to use her because she's one of the sweetest human beings I know, Mary Greenberg, who's in the chats over in TikTok. Mary Greenberg is an intersex woman, a adoptee survivor, and a married woman. She would be the chief expert on intersex. Don't you think? But I'm pretty sure, and I've been on panels with her. I've seen her on panels. People are always trying to say that she's a this thing or a that thing, or is not a real woman, and this, that, and the third. She's trans, this, that. That is a grown goddamn woman. So if she decides to go ham and start talking about the small penis size of the people that talking shit about her, everybody's gonna go, but Mary, you went too far. Why? Why? Why is that too goddamn far? Black women are constantly discounted, discredited, and disrespected. Constantly. Good morning, leggy lady. You know the shit they got to put up with? Do you know the shit they got to put up with? And they can never, ever react. That shit bothered me, what that Botox face bitch said this morning. It bothers me. It bothers me because I know in a day or so, nobody is going to remember that. And there will be no retribution towards Laura Loomer at all. You think she's going to lose her ex going to give it to you in a Twitter account? Hell no. In a couple of days, we'll forget all about that. Soon as Charlie Kirk got shot, all of a sudden we forgot all the other shit he said. Now his wife is getting Brock Lesnar style entrances and shit. I'm surprised the bitch didn't come out hopping on one foot or another in her high heel shoes. All she needed was dun, 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 dun. I watched a video this morning. Young brother was talking about how a black preacher told black folk that we have to stop being so pro-black, because if we're too pro-black, we are anti-Jesus. And this young brother said, nah, it doesn't work that way. It's like, I was born black, but I chose to be a Christian. Sometimes when I see and hear black preachers talking that bullshit, I think they are part of the shackles that hold black folks down from saying what we really, really want to say. That shit right there. Now, again, if you are a card-carrying Christian, I got no beef with you whatsoever. I don't. Contrary to what a whole lot of people want to say, I don't hate Christians because I'm an atheist. Just like I don't hate white people, even though I talk about racism. So if you're a card-carrying, faith-believing Christian, you believe in the good works of Jesus Christ, I got no problem with you. But I do have a problem with somebody trying to hold me back from what I want to say. You goddamn right I'm pro-black. You goddamn right. Doesn't mean anti-white. I am pro-black, meaning I am pro-black people. I am pro-black love. I am pro-black joy. I'm pro-black brotherhood. I'm pro-black sisterhood. I'm pro-black children. I'm pro-black elderly. I'm pro-black veterans. There's not an ounce of anti-white in me. So when people say that shit, I laugh it off until they start getting disrespectful. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to hand you your ass. Verbally, of course, physically if I have to. But I already know the moment I go there, I'm the angry, violent black man. And even people on my side of the political aisle will say that. You didn't really look good, Thomas. You know, you made yourself look like a stereotype. But it was okay for him to disrespect me? What part of the game is this? And again, if you are a minority in America, you deal with this shit all the time. It matters for not. You deal with this shit constantly from a different perspective, but you still deal with it every single day. A bunch of people that want brown folks out the country can't stop shoving soft shell tortillas filled with goddamn meat and cheese down their gullet. Your women are spicy Latinas that just want to have sex with white boys. Your guys are Juan who smokes too much weed. He's in a gang. He's in MS-13. He's wearing a sombrero and he's sleeping someplace. They call all of you Juan and Pedro and shit. The moment you start doing a cracker beatdown, all of a sudden everybody telling you, bro, wait a minute. Bipartisanship, bipartisan these nuts. Why is that acceptable? Why is that acceptable? Rio, I have no idea. They might have been there. I noticed they didn't speak, which is kind of weird. You go to your son's funeral and all of a sudden, yeah, you know what I mean? Wolfie, that's a bigger point on what I'm talking about. Wolfie said, the rest of the world needs to start calling Trump out until he changes things. But that's the problem. That's the problem, isn't it? The rest of the world is as shackled when it comes to that orange bitch as we are. Argue with your mama. Do not argue with me. The reason the Palestinians have no voice anywhere is because they know if they so much as speak out, there will be bombed to death. It won't be us firing the bombs. We'll just have our whole hand shoving them some bitches into the goddamn launchers and shit. Look at Magpie being a superhero out here. Talked to a person who was in a bad place. I don't know them, but I took most of my time giving them advice and stuff. Magpie, you are a goddamn superhero. Magpie is a goddamn superhero, and don't ever let me hear y'all say anything else. But the rest of the world is as shackled as we are. The tough guy can walk his ass in, put his dick all in your drink and everything else. You got to sit there and just look. The moment somebody stands up, shh, he'll kill all of us if you say anything. He ain't got but one time to wag his penis at my goddamn food, and I'm going to beat the shit out of him. What's wrong with you? Got a goddamn toddler for president, and if and nobody wants to say out loud, I wish you'd sit your stupid ass down.
I'm running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
We are shackled by what we can say. And it's the left's biggest problem. It is the left's biggest problem. You do not have the balls for the fight. Never mind the guts. You don't have the balls for it. If we were talking strictly policies, if Laura Loomer came up and said, you know, Jasmine Crockett had put in for a new policy, this, that, and the third, and I disagree with it on these terms, nobody would have said anything. Nobody would have said shit. Nobody. But she came out straight out with the racism. Racism. So if Jasmine Crockett decides, hey, yo, I think I'm going to go ham on this goofy bitch. But wait a minute. Hold on. Bipartisanship. So this bitch just gets to say all this shit, and ain't nobody rocked her ass in her mouth. That I want y'all to know that's how I started this show. That's how I started the show with the question. Why is Laura Loomer walking around here with a full set of denture teeth and not on the floor trying to pick up her goddamn chiclets? Since Charlie Kirk was killed, with the exception of the Flag on the Play Friday show, almost everything I have been talking about for going on 2 weeks, actually this makes 2 weeks now, Yeah, well, tomorrow makes 2 weeks. Is about the idea of free speech. The idea of free speech. I have been on panels, on lives with people, and talked about free speech. I have been on radio shows where we've talked about free speech. But the other thing we all need to understand is it's not just free speech. It's not just free speech. It's the disrespect that some people have to take because of free speech. Laura Loomer can say that shit, but it would be disrespectful for anybody to say anything back to her because she has a right to free speech. You called a sitting congressman a ghetto hood rat bitch, and that's covered under free speech. But Jasmine Crockett's response, my response, hell, anybody else's goddamn response is, oh, we're picking. We have to find our better angels. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Kiss my monkey ass.
Sean the non-believer. Sean.
Y'all see how quick they twisted this idea of what happened to Charlie Kirk and who did it? You see how fast that was? At first it was, oh, the liberals, the left, the loony left, the radicals. Then a white boy got caught who's a goiper, and all of a sudden it's, I'm praying for his safety and blah, 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 and kiss my, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. You can't feed me that bullshit.
And after you hang me, kiss my ass.
Y'all wonder why black folks carry so much stress in our bodies. Why we literally keep telling each other, do some self-love. Maybe back off, do some self-love. Because we having heart attacks and high blood pressure in our fucking 30s and 40s. Excuse my French. I know, Marcy, I know. They have been suppressing them. That's the other thing. We got to walk around with this level of stress. It's just like, I want to punch the shit out of this person. We can't even react. We got to, How do you feel about what she said to you at Representative Crockett? Well, that's her First Amendment rights. I know I'm killing you, Smalls. Then we have, I know why Donald Trump hasn't had a heart attack and why my father had 2 in his 40s, because my father's a black man and Donald Trump ain't. I said what I said. You imagine waking up like that every goddamn day? Every day? Pissed off? Mad at everything. Not because everything is messing with us. It's just that our reaction, black folks walk around understanding that a black man in Wisconsin could do some shit that my black ass in Georgia will be blamed for. This shit eats at us. Walk around just, hyper masculine, aggressive. These are all the things that we've been called when they're just normal reactions on any goddamn body else. And again, I'm only speaking from the black perspective because I am a black man. Jewish people, you're not allowed to love, have fun, enjoy yourselves. You're not allowed to dance and party because somebody gonna club your ass upside the head with the goddamn Holocaust. And no matter how many times you tell them, I am living the dream. I am living the dream that those who died in the Holocaust wanted me to have. Somebody's still gonna go, but the Holocaust. But the Holocaust. And then you get people like, I don't believe it. Who asked you, Beardly Slim Jim Dick? Who asked you to believe shit by even talking to you? Get your bitch ass out of here. You don't get your monk ass out of here. Hey, Jewish person, I don't believe in the Holocaust. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. I don't remember asking you shit. There was never a time I'm pretty sure the Jewish community didn't all get together and go, okay. All right, check this out. We all know it happened, but some of us don't believe it. So we're going to go ask Beardly Mick Slim Jim Dick if the Holocaust happened. And whatever he says, they ain't never said that shit. If that dude walked up on him and said that bullshit, all Jewish people would have been like, you can't even be a trans woman in America. And not, oh, I'm talking about trans women going to bathrooms. No, I'm talking about y'all just being able to exist. Because if you react in any way, other than I hear what you are saying and I want to speak to you about it bipartisanly, you're everything except a child of God. How fair is this? If you had to live with this, how fair would you think it would be? How fair would this shit be? How fair? No wonder we have diabetes and high blood pressure and sickle cell and cancers and shit. We are eating ourselves. We are literally tearing ourselves up from the inside out because our bodies carry so much of the stress of living in this goddamn world. And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's long past time for us to actually attempt to balance those goddamn scales. If Donald Trump can sue ABC and get $15 million out of them, I can say that ABC paid him off for a lawsuit that he wouldn't have won in the first place because he's a goddamn whiny bitch. The president of the United States, Donald John Trump, is a man baby who wears a diaper and never got hugged by his mom and his goddamn dad. They out here shelling out millions of dollars to this mook, talking about his goddamn presidential library is going to be a hotel. It's going to have a hotel in it. But we can't say that. You know, the loony radical left talks about, I'm not loony radical left. I'm a grown-ass man who's got with two functioning eyes and two functioning ears. He's a goddamn man, baby, who shouldn't be allowed to be anywhere near the levers of power until he's had his nap and his bottle. Oh, punk-ass bitch. Mealy mouth son of a bitch. Got up there talking about he got mad that the damn UN didn't hire him to rebuild the bitch. You don't sit your weird ass down some goddamn where old roly poly with a suit having ass. Numb nuts. And his orbit is filled with a bunch of sycophants. Kash Patel shouldn't be running a goddamn car wash, let alone the Federal Bureau of Investigations. He's a bug-eyed Sammy Davis Jr. impressioner with no talent other than getting in front of a microphone and talking shit and making goddamn school children's books that no child with functioning eyes and ears would ever read. Caroline Levitt makes Kellyanne Conway look like Golda Meir. You said it again because I don't think some of y'all heard me. Caroline Levitt makes Kellyanne Conway look like Eleanor Roosevelt. That is the dumbest blonde I've ever seen in my life. I've never, listen, I understand there used to be dumb blonde jokes. Ha, dumb blonde. Why is this bitch a living, breathing, dumb blonde joke walking around getting money in her pocket from us? Out here marrying crypt keepers so she can put some babies in her. Her goddamn husband's so old, his social security number ain't got but 4 numbers in it. How you gonna have a baby with a corpse? And let me have so much. Bitch, you have to. Because if you don't love him, that might be the only reason he died. He died of a broken heart. No, he died because he's 1,000. That's what reason he died. Can't believe this. This bitch let Methuselah lay on top of her and put some pipe in her. What the fuck? The fudge? JD Vance had sex with a couch. I don't care if you get mad. JD Vance had sex with a couch. And let's say he comes out and says he never had sex with a couch. Are you really going to believe him? This far in the game? Are you really going to believe that he didn't have sex with a couch if he comes out and tells you he didn't have sex with a couch? I mean, look at him. Look at him. He looks exactly like a person whose first sexual experience was with a Broyhill. That's exactly what he looks like. Everybody in the room going, this man done had sex with a couch. Uh-oh. Hey, pretend like he ain't looking at you.
But I cannot see. I'm legally blind.
He looked like he banged the back end of an IKEA couch, an IKEA futon. He runs exactly like somebody that ain't never ran in the United States Navy. I mean, the United States Marine Corps. He runs exactly like somebody who's not used to running. The only reason he is hanging around with Donald Trump is that just in case Donald dies, he gets to be president. The problem is the mouth breathers that make up the Make America Great Again coalition of dumbass are not going to follow JD the same way they follow Trump. JD has the goddamn personality of a fake cactus. He has the personality of a dead cell phone. And now every time y'all see him, I know what every one of y'all is thinking. Give me that couch. I want that couch. Come on, man. I know. That man has the charisma of a wet rag. I have farted and had more charisma than goddamn JD Vance. The ass gas out of my booty cheeks had more charisma than goddamn JD Vance. Marco Rubio looked at Trump when he was talking at the UN yesterday like, bitch, how did I do this? How did this happen? Like he was looking at him like, I ain't never seen somebody stare at their boss like this some bitch, man.
And here we go.
He shouldn't be there either. Pam Bondi is the sort of lawyer you hire off of one of them television. She reminds me of one of them bail bonds commercials that play right before and after Maury episodes. Hi, have you found yourself in a bind? Got yourself all in jail? A little bit of DUI? Don't worry about it. Come bond with Bondi. That's right, Pamela Bondi here. I will bail you out of jail as long as you make sure you get your ass right back there where you're supposed to. And don't worry, if you don't bring your ass to court, I got a big friend. Hi, I'm Big Jake. I'll come get you, no go to court. That's right. So when you think about going to jail, think about bonding with Bondi. That's Bondi. Bond with Bondi. Oh, we had another one? Ain't that nice? Get your monkey ass out of this goddamn show. I want y'all to understand this, man. Bond with Bondi. Kristi Noem is the most unserious white woman since Laura Loomer. Kristi Noem is the white woman starter pack. Everything about that bitch screams, I'm fresh out of the box. She can't be serious. Hi, I'm a Barbie. You can dress me up however you want me to. I'll dress up like an ice agent and hold a weapon. Pew, pew. The only thing that bitch has ever killed is a dog and a goat. What is she talking about? Shut your stupid ass down. She is the white woman that comes with the box.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Y'all should call her a spec white woman. You know how they have spec houses? And you go in and you check the specifications on the house, they call it a spec house. She is a spec white woman. She body plain, face plain, hair plain, fingernails plain, shoes plain. Just the starter pack. She's not even the downloadable content. The bitch is a starter pack. You got to get the bitch the Kung Fu grip. She don't even come with the Kung Fu grip. Just regular schmegular Noem. Noem, Kristi, the regular schmegular pack. I hope they bring Tom Holman's ass up on charges. Hey, Charmaine, Kristi Noem, a goddamn unopened, like a pair, like, you know how you get ramen noodles in there in this goddamn encased little block? If you don't put it in water, that's Kristi Noem. If you put it in water, it starts to bubble up a little bit and, get that firmness away from the goddamn noodles. And then you put the flavor pack on top of it. She is ramen noodles pre-cooked. No flavor pack. The bitch tastes like eating styrofoam. I hope they bring Tom Holman's big head ass up on charges. That some bitch cannot leave after 4 years and just hide in the public sector. No, get your big war tooth ass the hell up there. You did this shit, bitch. Get your ass up there. I need somebody to stake Stephen Miller with a goddamn stake through the heart. Stephen Miller has to be staked through the heart in the daytime. Like for real. That is the evilest, loose. That is the most evil and most useless human being I've ever seen. I mean, and I'm talking in a long time. He got his bitch ass up on that goddamn Charlie Kirk funeral and barbecue featuring Led Zeppelin and Toby Keith. Got up there and talk about we're the good guys. Stephen Miller has never had a fight. We will destroy you, bitch. You ain't destroying shit. I am 53 years old. I've had 2 torn meniscus, 1 in both knees. I have shoulder problems, a narrowing of disc in the back of my neck. My hands hurt constantly. My feet hurt constantly. My back hurts constantly. Even in this state, I would beat Stephen Miller's mother effing ass. I would whoop his ass. Hey, Steven, 15, 11 minutes in the parking lot, Playboy. Hey, Playboy. 15, 11 minutes in the parking lot. I would knock his bitch ass off. He loves talking about how tough he is. He loves talking about how tough the administration is. Ain't nobody in that goddamn administration a damn threat physically. You out of your goddamn mind. We're the good guys and I'm ready to fight. I would knock his bitch ass out. And I'm telling you right now, Steven, you and I get into a fight and I knock your bitch ass out, I will rob you. I'm just. I'm going to knock your ass out. What is a Pete Hegseth? What is a goddamn Pete Hegseth? How did this screw up from Revenge of the Nerds end up as president? I mean, director, Secretary of Defense. What is exactly, Edo? He ain't leaving out here with all them jewels and shit. Oh, I'm sorry, that's chaos. That's chaos thing. Hey, you ain't leaving out here with all them jewels and shit. What is a Pete Hegseth? Have y'all looked at him? Have y'all ever really truly gave it a good look at Pete Hegseth? Now, for comparison, Biden's Secretary of Defense was retired 4-star General Lloyd Austin. Lloyd came in a suit. Lloyd came in with a cadre of people that knew what they were talking about. They had their notes. They had their things in order. So when the Secretary of Defense is briefing the President of the United States, he knows exactly what the hell he's doing. Mr. President, we go here. Mr. President, this thing is going on right here. We need to look at this. There's a hot zone over here, but we are monitoring it. And everybody in the Department of Defense knew exactly what the hell Lloyd Austin was doing. And then Donald Trump nominates a frat boy that never left the frat house, even though he should have graduated 6 goddamn years ago. We're going to have a leaner, more lethal fighting force. Bitch, you can't even get a pull-up. What are you talking about? We're going to have a damn leaner, more vicious fighting force when you can't even fight the urge to do one regular goddamn pull-up, you stupid son of a bitch. We're going to have a more lethal fighting force. Pew, pew. Mr. Secretary, can you get up there and do a pull-up? Show rodent head ass down some goddamn where. And then he's a drunk. Then he's a drunk. Then he's a drunk. If you look at some of the prestigious names that have been Secretary of Defense, whether we liked them or not, Donald Rumsfeld, Lloyd Austin, Colin Powell, remember that? You know what I'm saying? If you look at them, you look at this list of distinguished men, knew what they were doing. Leon Panetta knew what they were doing. They understood the assignment. And you look at the very end. And who's at the very end? Who is the latest? Morning, Tenchi. Wow. Who is the latest and greatest one? Wait a minute. Is that Van Wilder? I think that's Van Wilder. Who? What dumbass nominated Van Wilder to be Secretary of Defense? I don't know. I really honestly don't know. Oh shit. Angry. We got a troll over in YouTube. F what you talking about. I'm proud of my president. You can proudly get your bitch ass off this goddamn show. They're on YouTube. They're on YouTube. Oh, this is sweet. Hey, Kieran Johnson or whatever your goddamn name is. Let me go ahead and help you out, buddy. Let me help you out. You can take that bullshit on some goddamn where. From the YouTube streets comes Eject No Shit On Cuz. Laura Loomer is an unwanted woman. Yes, Wolfie actually caught that one. Laura Loomer is an unwanted woman. Think of all the places women can be and women have been. She's not allowed in any of that. Okay? She's not allowed in any of that. First off, her face looks like a Halloween mask. Like, let's go there. My man Angry on the business. Rick Strom in the building. What up, Rick? Hey, Rick Strom is the truth. I know it seems like I gas him up every time he comes in here. No, I love and enjoy everything that Rick does, and I am humbled to call him a mutual. What up, Rick? Laura Loomer is not allowed anywhere near women that are actually doing things. She's not. Have y'all noticed that? She tried to go on college campuses and nobody wanted to listen to the bitch. Like, somebody stop me when I'm telling a lie. She hangs out with alt-right, far-right incel people, and none of them want to date the bitch. She's just pearly things with more Botox. She, like Candace Owens, can go into certain circles of women. They might listen to her. Some of them are gonna cuss her ass out. If she's in a ring or in a room full of black women, she might want to duck. She might want to duck because them hoes in there like.
Got the bring ass to get ass.
They're not playing. The sisters is on her head top. Candace Owens, the sisters is on her head top. If she ever pop her ass up, listen, she better run. The black women are like, hold on, wait. Did somebody just see Candace Owens pop her head up out the ground? Bitch, you better stay wherever you are. But Laura Loomer isn't allowed. No women hang out with her. Have y'all ever seen Laura Loomer do a girls' date? Talk about her girlfriends? Have y'all ever seen it? Has anybody ever seen it? Y'all ever heard her say she's part of a coalition of women trying to do this, that, and the third? Have y'all ever seen any of that? Don't worry, I'll wait. Listen, I'll stand here like this. Hold on. I'll go you one better. Hey, I want y'all to find out whether or not y'all ever seen Laura Loomer in any sort of women's groups. And I'll sit here and wait. Oh, you're back. Oh, okay. Am I lying? Nobody has ever seen that bitch around other women. Nobody. She talks shit about women, black women in particular, because quite frankly, and I'm gonna say it, respect said to her knees count. Now again, before somebody scans through this goddamn show, they sit up and they're, you know how you doom scroll through TikTok, you see who's live. Before anybody runs their ass up in here trying to call me misogynistic for talking shit about Laura Loomer, go look at what that bitch said about Representative Jasmine Crockett. Then, and only then, are you literally allowed to dive and drown in Thomas, you're being misogynistic to Laura Loomer. Be honest, women don't like this bitch. They do not. I did not do it. I did not. She has no friends. I told her no friends. No. There's not a woman there telling her, hey, yo, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you shouldn't say that about a sitting representative. But she's able to get away with it because she stays in Florida, which is where Florgiato Blow These Nuts stays. In Florida, which is a goddamn hellscape that we should sell back to the goddamn French so we can pay off the national debt. Saw that bitch off, just let it float into the goddamn ocean. But she stays in Florida, where she's safe. Forgiato Blow making songs about hanging people, even though he's a goddamn silver spoon rich kid, stays in Florida where it's safe. I don't like safe. I don't. I think it's long past time people start getting uncomfortable again. I think it's long past time to make racists uncomfortable again, to make anti-Semites uncomfortable again, to make xenophobes uncomfortable again, to sexists, misogynistic. I think it's long past time we start making them feel a little bit uncomfortable. Sometimes you're advocating violence, only if it comes to that. Only if it comes to that. You put your hands on me, I'm sending your ass to Jesus. Words don't bother me. In fact, I'm better with words than some other goddamn people. I don't say, I know where they have the best words. I escalate force. You talk shit about me, I talk shit about you. You bring in my family, I bring in your family. You threaten me, I threaten you. You touch me, I'm sending your bitch ass to the goddamn morgue. Again, escalation of force. But this idea of holding off, holding on, letting it get deep off in your chest and hurting you and physically hurting you while they get to say whatever the hell they want, nah. What the hell? Why do I have to, why do I have to find my better angels? It's a stereotype if I get loud and angry. Don't believe me? I've heard it for 5 goddamn years. I've been making TikTok videos every single day for almost 5 goddamn years. And I have heard that more than anything. Guy, you're so angry. The angry black guy. But I'm supposed to let that stop the fact that the shit that I'm angry about is real, it's honest, it's authentic, and it's helping people who are having this thing happen to them. See, when I stand up and fight my shit and I talk my shit, I'm talking for every black man. Every black man. Regardless of whether or not they like me or not. Regardless of whether or not they're in the college or in the hood, or whether they're on Capitol Hill or they're on Drew Hill, whatever. When I say my shit, I'm talking for them. Because they've heard the same goddamn things. Oh, don't be the angry black man. You can't be the angry black man. Oh my God, I can't be the... No, bitch, you can't. Listen, you can't come to my house, shit on my floor, and have me dance around in a pool. Bitch, if you do it, I'm telling you.
Got the bring ass to get ass.
I'm the goddamn antagonist of the story. The hell makes you think I'm gonna be okay, we gotta find her better angels. I sold my better angels for crack rock.
Gentlemen, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
MAGA can run around here and do all kinds of effed up and crazy and incredibly effed up and dangerous shit. But we all gotta sit there and go, okay, now when you guys calm down, we'll be here. We gotta do some bipartisan, you know what I mean? What? My love, respect, honor, and protection of black women is not just a TikTok thing. I'm always, hello, ma'am. Hey, sister, how you doing? What's going on, little princess? Always been doing that for years, long before there was a social media. What the hell makes you think I'm going to let a bitch that looked like she was put together with parts of Barbie dolls call a sitting congressman in the United States Congress a ghetto black bitch? You think I'm just supposed to take that? No, I'm coming for your head. Why does your face look like it's a plus size body, but your body look like you on meth, bitch? Why do you look like that? Come on. I'm supposed to sit there and watch that happen. I was on a panel last week, I think. It was last week. No, it was earlier this. No, it was last week. Last week. It was me and a sister on there. And this white boy just kept disrespecting her. She tried to talk. He would open his mouth and just interrupt her and all kinds of shit. She said out loud, and ain't no black men on here gonna stand up for me. I said, oh no, I already got him. I said, bro, why don't you shut your bitch ass up? The lady's trying to talk. Now, was I doing that for brownie points? No. Was I doing that for coins? No. Was I doing it for pats on the head? No. Was I doing it for validation of that sister? No. I did it because it was the right goddamn thing to do. The right goddamn thing to do. So you can call me misogynistic if I say to you, Laura Loomer's coochie can be bought off at a silicone store at www.buyyocoochie.org. I will take being called misogynistic. I'll take it. And those of you who would call me that, you better go find out what she said before you come say shit to me. You better go look. Because if you scanning this shit and go, oh my God, Thomas DeVelin, Bishop's son, misogynistic. He hates women. That bitch called Jasmine Crockett a ghetto black bitch. What the hell do you think I'm going to do? What do you think I am going to do? Because it could have been any black woman. Ayanna Presley could have been her. Could have been her. And you want me to play nice? That's all black folks do is play nice. Kimberly Jones told y'all. Y'all are lucky. Y'all are so goddamn lucky. We are looking for fairness and not revenge. Y'all build stockpiles of arsenals just in case we lose our goddamn minds and start wanting to take y'all asses off the census. You expect us to play by a rule book. The people that hate us don't. Y'all'd be the same type of people telling trans women not to start smacking the dog shit out of trans folks. Y'all would be the ones to tell them anything that J.K. Rowling says, we have to take it because we got to find our better angels. Bitch, if you don't get your monkey ass out of my face. Co-owner and my brother and friend, Mr. Jeff Kennedy, has entered the YouTube chat. Good morning, Jeff. What is going the high road ever given anybody except cracked in the head with bigger bricks? They on the low road. Where do you think all the rocks are? What we got? We done took the high road. They going low, busting us in the goddamn face with bricks and rocks and anything else they can find on the trash heap that is the low road. We up here with our better angels. Hey, better angels ain't the one getting cracked in the goddamn forehead. I know that damn much. You ever see a better angel with a knot on their head and blood coming out of it? No, but you have seen people do that, haven't you? And again, I am only speaking as a black man in America. I understand the stress black folks carry with us. It is in our muscles. It is in our skin. It's in our eyes and our ears. We go to bed with this shit. We wake up with this shit. We're always looking over our shoulder. My wife had to learn why I don't like driving and a cop gets behind me. She's known it before. She's had a black ex-husband, what have you. But she had to literally see me one day driving. Forgot where we were going. I'm behind the wheel. We're talking and laughing. I look in the rearview mirror and there's a cop. And I instantly freeze. And she says, what? I said, there's a cop behind us. So? I said, no, there is no so. There is no so. And I was tense as shit until that cop left. My wife literally will tell you about that. Laura Loomer ain't got to worry about a cop behind her. Jasmine Crockett does. You think I'm making that up? You think I'm race baiting or whatever, you dumbass race fish? Sandra Bland. They do it to Jewish people. Y'all are shackled with the memory of the Holocaust. You are never allowed to grow. You're never allowed to learn. You're never allowed to fail. You're never allowed to succeed. You're never allowed to simply be a human being of Jewish faith. You got to be, oh, look, here comes the Holocaust. That dumbass white woman that said she didn't understand Juneteenth. Well, the Jews died in the Holocaust. Where's their holiday? You cannot be serious. But that's what they do. And any deviation from that, you don't stand with Israel, you're a self-hating Jew. What is that? What the hell does that mean? What does that even mean? You're not allowed to be critical of anything? The same way you're not allowed to be sexual and sensual. You were a survivor of the Holocaust. Asian people. Asian people. Y'all always got to be the model minority? Really? Y'all not allowed to smoke a little weed, be a goofball. Your women are all sexy geisha. And the men talk like Mickey Rooney in Breakfast at Tiffany's. No growth. One of the reasons I love the show Warrior, they used to be on HBO. It's on Netflix. I think it's back on HBO. It's either on HBO or on Netflix. I can't remember which one. The reason I love that show so goddamn much is because I saw Asian people as human goddamn beings. Human beings. Loves, hates, sex, and sexuality. They all didn't know I'm no kung fu. The ones that knew were beautiful at it, but there was a story behind it. There was a story behind it. And they were allowed to be fully fleshed out people, not, oh, look, it's a model minority. They do it to Muslims all the time. You're not allowed to truly live your faith or be your faith. Oh, it's a terrorist. Using the Lord's name in vain. Yeah, I did. And Rob, don't be that next one. Rob, do not be that next one. Do not be that next one. Because if the next thing out of your goddamn mouth is to tell me, oh, never mind. Get your bitch ass out of here. I remember the guy that paid the head of the suits. Goddamn. Can't think of his name. Papa something. Anyway. I reached out to him on Facebook and I told him, truthfully, I said, bruh, the way you talk and the moves you make, you could be a black dude. Like dead ass. Yeah, Papa June. Papa June. His movements and mannerisms, I was like, hey, yo, bruh could be a bruh. If you didn't know, blessings and peace and love to you, Troy. If you didn't know, I was like, yo, Papa June could be, you know what I mean? I could see it. And I said that to him on the Facebook page of the Warrior Show. And he's like, much love, brother, much love. And the one thing all of these groups have in common, and I'm not even, the LGBTQIA plus, like, goddamn, like, come on. Come on. When you see these gay white men talking shit about other members of the LGBTQIA or black folks or brown folks or native folks, don't y'all just want to beat the shit out of them? Don't y'all just want to hit them in the goddamn throat and knock their ass out? Because a lot of gay white men realize if they don't talk about gay shit, they're just white dudes and they fit in. I watched that big swole meat steroid and cocaine head ass muscles and nursing talk about the Marxist Martin Luther King. Bitch, if you don't sit your stupid ass down, oh, big for nothing, no job having crackhead ass son of a bitch, who you talking to? I didn't call him Martin Luther King a communist and Marxist because he done become full-on MAGA. Hey, bro, they ain't gonna accept your stupid ass over there either.
He needs some milk.
Your dumb ass is gonna be called out for being a guy that likes sleeping with other goddamn guys. If you don't bring your monkey ass back over here, sit in the back of the room, eat that porridge, and shut your bitch ass up. Anonymous, I do think it's just an American thing. Unfortunately, I also think it's an American thing that is spreading. In the UK, y'all got Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson would never be able to say the shit that he says in front of anybody that could beat his ass. Tommy Robinson goes over and tries to do the same MAGA level bullshit that America's got going over in the UK. But Tommy Robinson's tough until somebody crack his ass in the back of his head with a baseball bat. I know you won't do it again. It's all funny games to Tommy Robinson until the goddamn Boab bird shows up. I don't know why the hell ain't nobody knocked his bitch ass out yet. Who you talking to, bruv? No. That Starmer is the Prime Minister of the UK, Magpie. Tommy Robinson is basically MAGA UK version. Look him up. My biggest problem with a lot of gay white men is y'all will be white men before you're gay. And you have no problem whatsoever cutting off any and every other person to save your goddamn bacon. Not all, but a lot of. Muscles and Cokehead is a goddamn perfect example of the shit. He realized ain't nobody on this side gonna give you kudos for being a gay white man that fights for the human rights. Bitch, that's the very least you could do. Exactly, Anonymous. That's my point. Mandy Marie with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Mandy. Appreciate it. That's my problem. Who was it that was taking care of gay white men who were dying from AIDS? Lesbians, people who love gay men. Why would you cut off the lesbians? They were there for you. Who was it that was standing up and fighting for your asses? The trans people. You just gonna cut the T off? Oh, because they bring the biggest problems. You don't want to be around it. They also bring the biggest awareness, you simple Simon Sachs son of a bitch. And queer, non-binary people, they ain't hurting you. They're not. They're part of the group that you swear up and down you're a part of. But again, I forgot. We are talking about some gay white men who will be white men before they're gay. And anybody else that says this to these people out loud to their face all of a sudden is homophobic. We got to remember both sides. I'm tired of looking at both sides. I'm sick of it. I think we all should have righteous anger, especially when these situations are happening over and over and over and over again. Do you think Laura Loomer's going to be, this is the last time that bitch is going to say that? Of course she isn't. Of course she isn't. And at this point, any black woman that runs across her, if they knock her punk ass out, they're going to be in the wrong. Because we're living in the time of the Saint Charlie Kirk, a man who disrespected every group I have been talking about for the past 2.5 hours. But can't nobody say shit about him because of the way he died. Not the way he lived. We got to remember how he died. Well, that's what you guys did with Martin Luther King. No, it isn't. You see, we got the full Dr. Martin Luther King. The highs and the lows, the stirring speeches, the infidelity. We got the whole Dr. King. And even through all of it, we still loved him. White folks can't tell us about King. We know King. White folks cannot ever dictate or tell us about one of our leaders. You can't. You got sanitized King. You got bleached bones King. You got yes, it was. Yes. Theme park. That's one of the reasons I have said the things that I have said, so that there is no misconception about who the hell I am. I don't want to be sanctified when I die. If I'm killed, I don't want the sainthood treatment. I don't. Y'all better tell the goddamn truth about my black ass. You will know when somebody is trying to make up shit. Because you'll be like, Thomas, come on now. Thomas talked about that. Nah. We got the king, the real Dr. Martin Luther King. The man that used to carry one of them things when he first started speaking. The man who had to be persuaded not to carry one of them things when he was speaking. The Martin Luther King that smoked. The Martin Luther King that enjoyed drinks. See, what American society has done is we have managed to wash clean some of the flaws that people have. But in the process of washing those flaws away, we have also shackled people who were the victims of the things that people said. Everybody talks about Robert Byrd. He was in the KK, the Triple K, blah, blah, blah. Robert Byrd realized what he was doing was wrong. And he spent literally the remainder of his life up until his death trying to rectify it. Spending the remainder of his life trying to rectify it, trying to get right with it. He wasn't looking at both sides, this, that, and the third. He looked inside himself and said, I was wrong when I did this. I will spend the rest of my life trying to atone for it. Charlie Kirk gets shot in the neck and all of it. He gets that whole process goes in minutes. Quick, boom, boom, boom. The moment the bullet hit, up, Charlie's a saint. We can't really say anything. And that's exactly what would happen if a black woman walked up and beat Laura Loomer's ass to sleep. If somebody knocked Laura Loomer's ass out and then kept punching that bitch in the face, they would sanctify her ass before she got up off the ground. The left is violent. Why do they do this to Laura Loomer? And if you think what they did with Charlie Kirk was bad, the doxing people, the showing up at people's jobs, the protests, the dumbass going to Starbucks, ordering some bullshit for a sore throat and then going, I am Charlie Kirk. If you think in any way, shape, form, or fashion that was overboard and bad, just wait until that orange bastard dies. The reason I'm getting another one of them things is because the moment that man dies, people are going to want to do violence. It won't be anybody on the left. On the left, they'll be like, we have to remember he was president by part of malls and blah, blah, blah. But these sycophant goddamn zombies, they're going to make it their business to go to people's pages that they know for a fact was talking shit about Donald Trump, and they're going to threaten them, their children, their families, their loved ones, their jobs, and whatever. Y'all better tool up. Y'all better tool up because it's coming. They are literally setting the rules up in your goddamn face. They are disarming you as you sit here. There is not a black woman in America that can go and beat the shit out of Laura Loomer. Not a one of you. Y'all have to sit there and take that. Y'all got to take it. Better angels, what did Michelle say? Even though in your guts, it's on. It is on. It is on. It is, oh shit, did I see that bitch in Whole Foods?
You got the bring ass to get ass.
In your guts, black women, my black sisters, in your guts, y'all want to whoop her ass. Y'all want to put y'all foot so far in that bitch mouth? But you got to go high because they go low. You got to go high. You're giving into the stereotype of the angry, aggressive black woman. I feel you. I always have. I didn't realize how deep of a level of anger I had until I got out of the military. I didn't even attempt to try to fix any of that shit. Any of this mental shit that's been going on in my head, I didn't even try to touch it until I got out of the military. And I had nothing but time and a phone, and I made TikTok videos. They weren't just, oh, hey, I need some followings. Give me some coins. I want to go live. It was, I was not with a therapist yet. I had to talk to someone. So I talked to the screen. And I was mad. I was mad. My mother had passed away. I had just retired. I was pissed. My wife could feel it. My daughter felt it. My kids felt it. The damn dogs felt it. I messed up my goddamn pit bull because his ass don't want to go outside. He's a curmudgeon just like me. I screwed him up. So I know. I had to make videos. Had to. Because I was mad. I was mad that we had to go high when these goddamn people stormed the Capitol. I was mad that black women got the disrespect that they did, even going so far as to shit on the first and only woman vice president of the United States. Mad that I had to sit here and watch Myron Gaines and Fresh and Effed Up talk shit about black women, the women I come from. Then I had to be told, well, you can't be pro-black. You got a white wife. I will knock your bitch ass out. No, Thomas. No, Thomas, no. They're not worth it. Better angels. Mad. Got 4 black daughters. And I watch how the world treats them. I watch as people like Forgiato Blow get famous off of making black music. Rap is black music, goddammit. And yet he can get his monkey ass into a goddamn trailer park talking about hanging folks, but then go to his goddamn mansion that his mommy and daddy paid for. I'm going to knock Forgiato Blow's ass out. No, Thomas, no. Better angels. In this story, the protagonist is a piece of shit. The protagonist can do anything that they want to. And First Amendment covers it. But consequences, kids. Consequences. No, we can't do that. Nope. We cannot do that. When that dumb bitch came out with that goddamn article about left-wing content creators being paid and this, that, and the goddamn third, who was the biggest target? Was it Aaron Parnas? Wasn't Harry, wasn't Dean, wasn't Parker, wasn't any of them. It was Booker squared. A black woman. A black woman became the face of this shit. And Booker had to sit there and just eat that, eat that, eat that, eat that. This is a goddamn lawyer. And as she went ham and decided to go scorched earth on you bitches, oh my God, she's being the angry black woman. Why? I feel this as a black man in America. I feel this as a black man in America. But there are other minority groups that go through the same thing. White women, you will never gain the power you think you're going to have by letting your husband be as racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, anti-Semitic, Islamophobic, transphobic, and ableist as he goddamn wants to. You were sitting dead center, right in the middle. You go home to these men. You have babies with these men. You raise sons with these men. You raise daughters with these men. And you see the vitriol and hatred that they have. You see the nasty shit that they say. You see how they think of other goddamn people, how they think of women, how they think of men. And you just had 2 goddamn kids with this man, a son who will emulate him and a daughter who will have to live in a world that he created. What you do? What do you do? What do you do? You play in people's faces. You don't stand up. You don't tell these people, sit your monkey ass down. Hell, you don't even tell them that the input that they have on their sons is bullshit. The impact that they're making on their daughters is bullshit. You don't say anything. Because you think if you do or don't. If you don't, he's gonna give me the power too, bitch. You are a goddamn minority. And they neutered your ass first, longest, and with the most venom. They took away your right to body autonomy, not because black women were having abortions or Latino women were having abortions or Asian women were having abortions. No, they did it because they want more goddamn white babies and they want your womb. They neutered your ass at day one. So when you see another white woman talking shit about a black woman, you know you can smack the shit out of Laura Loomer and get away with it. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? The protagonist in this story always gets away with it because they neuter the antagonist. They neuter the antagonist. They vilify the antagonist. They shit talk the antagonist. They make the antagonist's entire point feel moot and stupid. And they do it on purpose. They do it on purpose. And then when you look at the antagonist, what can they say? What exactly, what words can they say? What words? What words can they say? How can they best express what they're feeling? Why can't we be angry and get away with it? So I'm going to end like this because I got shit to do today. If a person goes low on me, I'm going to go low on them. I'm not worried about the whole politically correct or incorrect shit. I'm sorry, I am not. You're not about to disrespect me and I stand there and let you do it. It's called escalation of force. You keep it at words, I will keep it at words. You put your hands on me and I promise you, I'm sending your bitch ass to the upper room. Escalation of force. So when you see me talking shit about Laura Loomer blowing Donald Trump with a face only a chipmunk would love, before you get ready to accuse me of misogyny, go look at what that hoe said about black women and then come back. If you can still call me misogynistic after reading what that bitch said about Jasmine Crockett, you and I have no reason to be in the conversation together. No reason whatsoever. Y'all are you're out of your mind. I was raised by a black woman. My greatest teacher, my biggest cheerleader. I am her knight. She was my queen. A black woman who I have honored and tried to honor every day of my life. What the hell makes you think I'm gonna stand on the sidelines when I watch another black woman get disrespected by some walking Botox and sperm-filled bitch? And if you think I'm gonna walk in there trying to be nice, nah. Nah.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I want us to have a spine. If you take it there, I take it further. And what did Kendrick say? Shh, that's something you don't want to do. And the nastiness and the vitriol that will come out of my mouth might be hard for some people to hear in their ears. But just remember, you start with what Laura Loomer actually typed out with her own fingers. You hold on to that, and then you listen to what I say. At the point where what I say surpasses this, maybe you and I can have a conversation. But if it never does, I'm going to need you to literally.
I'm running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Goddamn a shackle. Goddamn a shackle. I said it. They go low, go lower. They don't like the heat. Tell them to get a blanket or some cold water. Whether you black, brown, native, Asian, Jewish, Muslim, LGBTQIA+, it doesn't matter. Y'all better fight for your shit. These goddamn people have gotten too comfortable. I think it's time for making races uncomfortable again. MRUA. Making races uncomfortable again. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been the show. I owed you guys this. Let me introduce y'all, or let me send y'all off with the universal greeting of the coffee beans.
How you doing? I woke up. Everybody else, because I woke up. That's how I look at it. You all had a chance until I woke up. Today's mine. That's just what it is.
Y'all know all the places to go to get stuff. Y'all know all of that. Please go out, purchase. Please support patreon.com/Thomasville and Bishop, things of that nature. Please do so. Tonight on these Ghost Claw Productions airwaves, it is Heart to Heart with Pastor Clinton. She is going to be available to talk to you about your relationship and spiritual needs. That is Heart to Heart with Pastor Clinton, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on these Ghost Claw Productions airwaves, GCPR.live. Tonight, on the YouTube channel, the Ghost Claw Productions Radio YouTube channel, which also coincides with the Rouse High Exalted YouTube channel. You can watch them in both places. is Rouse High Exalted, where four intrepid purveyors of the green try to get to the infamous Rao, the Kryptonian god of the sun, try to get into his house and eat his cookies. We have the one and only Taz J of the Taz Effect coming on tonight on the YouTube channel, Ghost Claw Productions Radio, or Rouse High Exalted, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is it we say every day, kids? Do not let somebody play in your damn face. Don't. I'm telling you right now, do not let somebody play in your goddamn face. I don't have to live your life to know you are worth it. Whether you are a white woman, whether you are a minority, whether you are gay or trans or what have you. I don't have to walk a day in your shoes to know you deserve to walk in those shoes. And it would be unfair for you to sit and take any level of disrespect for the sake of bipartisanship or getting along or going along. Stand your goddamn ground. See, the antagonists of these stories are villains. I am lucky and humbled to count myself amongst them. The guild endures. The villains guild endures. And we are the people that will go low. We'll go so goddamn low, you will not be able to find us, but you will feel us. You gon' feel us. No limits. Unconditionally. If you come up in here acting goofy, we're gonna whoop your ass. As long as you keep it at words, we will keep it at words, and we're better at them. You talk about our parents, we're gonna come and find your little raggedy ass family too. Come after our children, we will come after yours. If you put your hands on any member, we're gonna beat your ass. We're gonna beat the brakes off of you. Some of y'all were expecting the weak, roll over and die Democrats. No. What you got were the monsters that live under your bed. We're hungry. We're angry. We do not stop. We will walk over your ass, piss on your face, and laugh as we go on our merry goddamn way. May your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup. Ladies and gentlemen, hydrate, elevate, self-love, and self-care. I love y'all. Have a beautiful day on purpose. The good word from Tracina. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, good morning, Mr. and Miss America, and all the ships at sea. This has been a angry, loud, opinionated, but truthful, heartfelt, and real as can be episode of The Sound of Coffee on Ghost Claw Productions Radio, GCPR, where every voice matters. Fight for yours today, baby. If somebody don't tell you they love you, I love you. They don't tell you they're proud of you, I'm proud of you. If they don't tell you you are awesome and you are worth every single breath that you take, and the world is a better, sweeter place with you being in it, I'm saying it. Tomorrow is Truthful Thursday. I think we should have a heart-to-heart about love and loneliness. I think that's what we'll do. Hey, Jess, please remind me in the morning. Just shoot me a text and say, hey, this is what you said the show was going to be about. Please do that because I'll forget. You know me. With love in my heart, ladies and gentlemen, I say this. With peace on my mind, ladies and gentlemen, I give this. Oh my God, he's still getting fined. Shit. And just a tad bit of hair grease. I love y'all. I will see you all in the morning. Be safe. Peace.